So the sleeper release of 2025 has been the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. As someone who has played all of the Elder Scrolls game, Oblivion brings back so many memories, and this is just a trip down memory lane. I will say, if you're one of the people that have only played Skyrim, you 100% need to get the Oblivion Remaster. It is required playing. I gotta say, as a gamer, you should play Oblivion. Just in the order how I think the games are, Morrowind is the best, Oblivion is the second best, and Skyrim is the third best. No question in my mind whatsoever. If they do a Morrowind remake, a remaster, oh my god, I'm buying it day one. So this is the original game, made with the Creation Engine, but the graphics are done through Unreal 5, which looks amazing. I gotta say, the lighting, the graphics, the character models on it look absolutely gorgeous. It's literally playing the original Oblivion with massively updated graphics. The lighting is amazing. The weapons look good. The dungeons, everything. It's just graphically. This is like, I hope this is what the new Elder Scrolls looks like, or better. I'm getting super psyched because of this. Now, since it is an Unreal 5 engine game, there are going to be performance issues at launch. In dungeons, I get around 80 FPS, but when I have everything maxed out and I go outside, I get dips to 25, sometimes hangs around 40. This is kind of a thing with Unreal 5, especially open world games. Like we saw it with Stalker 2 on release, with Grey Zone Warfare on release, when, you know, they were really hard to run. And after a few updates and optimization, performance is better and you can run them a lot better. Unreal 5 just seems to have some sort of teething issue or something when it comes to releasing a game on the engine. And then once you get the data from the player base, then you're able to make the changes for optimization. So I think we're probably going to get some optimization fixes for Oblivion. But I'm just fair warning you, it can run like shit if you're on certain systems. Like if you're running a 3060 or an 8 gig card, you might run into some issues running it. But this remaster is pretty much almost 20 years on the nose of release. I remember being in my barracks playing Oblivion. We, as a company, we would always play the original World of Warcraft Classic. We had a guild. My entire company had a guild, and we were all in it. First Sergeant was the guild leader. And we'd all do raids and stuff after work. And then sometimes on the weekends, if I didn't have anywhere to go, I'd pop out Oblivion and knock it out and play the hell out of it. It just brings back those memories, man. Like with the day and age of gaming, and seeing like so many disappointing games come out, and games that you're like, are fun, but they're missing something. Going back to the classics and getting kind of these remasters is absolutely amazing. And if this is exactly what they're doing for the Fallout 3 remaster, I'm even more freaking excited. Do New Vegas next. Morrowind, keep going. I'll buy it. I'll buy it day one. They have done a couple of quality of life changes with it, but overall it is pretty much the same game. There's even the same bugs around, the same things that just made it fun. It's a Bethesda game. It's bug central. It's just how it always was. People remember when Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas were released, they were basically unplayable, but the bugs just made it fun. So the bugs are still there, but they've overhauled a lot of things like stealth. The combat system is so much better. It's better than Skyrim. It's really good, and I have a feeling that this combat system they put into it is what we're probably going to get for Elder Scrolls, the new Elder Scrolls game. So I'm pretty excited because, I mean, when you hit somebody with a Warhammer, it drops them. Like the ragdoll, the hits feel great. The blocking feels great. I haven't tried magic yet because I went Red Guard and just straight knight with the heavy weapons. But I'm assuming that the magic's going to be pretty cool. And the combat is the biggest change, like the most noticeable change to me, other than the graphics, of course, because the graphics and the character models just look amazing. And as someone who works in game development, especially on the marketing side, what Bethesda did was really fucking impressive. There was zero marketing push for this. There was a rumor, a live stream, and a release. And that's it. They didn't do sponsored content. They didn't run ads. They didn't do anything. And look at how many people are playing this game. This is the perfect storm. This is basically 100% profit. Like, they didn't do a marketing budget. They didn't do anything. They just let the nostalgia sell it. And it absolutely worked. It was an immediate buy for me. I literally didn't even wait for the email for my free key. I bought it. I still got the email for my free key, and I'm like, oh, I'll just give it to a friend. I didn't even wait. I paid for it because that's the nostalgia that this brings. I mean, God, if we can get Morrowind, I would be absolutely blown away. But this just brings back that feeling of like the original, you know, Elder Scrolls RPG feelings. We're having so many games now that everyone's just getting burned out on, or genres that people are getting burned out on. Going back to something that worked and like making it better. You know, everybody complains about remaking movies, right? But remaking games, not a terrible idea. You know what I mean? Like, Oblivion in its own right was perfect. Granted, it had its moments, but every Bethesda game does. It was perfect. So just remastering it is incredible. It's incredible. I would love to know the turnaround time of how long it took them from start to finish to get this done. Because if they could do the entire catalog, I would gladly buy it in a heartbeat. I mean, we know we had problems with Starfield. That's probably not going anywhere. We're still waiting for the new Elder Scrolls. We're still waiting for the new Fallout. But if they could pump out a remaster of like all their original games in like a year or two, why not do the catalog? Go back and do Fallout 1, Fallout 2, you know? Give it like, it would be crazy if they just did this with the entire catalog. But I gotta say, I'm having an absolute blast with it. I've been streaming it a lot. I'm playing it offline a lot. I'm just going back and like, oh yeah, like the member berries, man. Like, oh, I forgot about this quest. Or, you know, going into Oblivion through the gates. Like, oh God, it was so cool. Just seeing the combat. There's so many times where I just stop and admire things in this. And gamers don't really do that for me anymore. Like, I'll stop and be like, oh, that's cool. But like, with the Oblivion remaster, there's so many times where I've just stopped and been like, look at this fire. This looks great. Or looking at a dead enemy and be like, look at all the bumps and the textures on the skin. It's amazing. I gotta say, if you've never played Oblivion or Morrowind, and the only game you've played was Skyrim, you 100% need to play this. If you have Game Pass, it's on there. You have to play this. You will go back to Skyrim and be like, ooh, I see what they're talking about now. But granted, Morrowind is still the best of them all. So you're still not playing the best of them all. You're playing a very, very good one that's better than Skyrim. So this gets me excited for the future of the series. And also, one, holds me over until something else comes out. Like, you know, we go through these gaming droughts all the time. But I highly, highly suggest playing this. Get it, play it, includes all the DLCs. There's so many cool moments, so many cool quests, so many funny things. And they've somehow made a classic even better. So I want to know what you guys think. If you're playing it, if you're playing Oblivion and you love it, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.